Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Tommy with Going for Birdie. Here we go, man. We're going to take a look at the new Ping Blueprint S&T. I posted a video the other day with some of the images of it. Absolutely fantastic clubs. Let me take those off because they were glaring all over the place. Anyways, I don't need them no matter what. Let me go ahead and share this up with you. Let's get into the data here. All right, so first things first, we're going to start with the Blueprint S. Now, keep in mind, I'm a 16 handicap. I'm not exactly your professional. But with the S, I mean, there was some consistency there. I had a couple, mishits, etc. I got something special that I did for you guys, though, so you could see what that's all about. Okay, so blueprints. Now, keep in mind, these are more traditional lofts. They're not these jacked up lofts. They're playing between 33 and 34 degrees, I believe. But average swing speed, 74 miles an hour. Ball speed, 95. Spin rate, 46, 45. That is low. This is a 7-iron. That's low for a 7-iron. Launch angle, 17 degrees. Carry 125, total 150. 25 yards of rollout because that spin is so low, right? Okay. So we can see where that is. Here's carry, there's total. Now my total distance to dispersion looks a lot better. My carry distance, not so much. If I eliminated these two very, very poorly hit shots, if I take this one out, and I'm not blaming the club for this. I mean, this is me. But for me, I'm looking for something I hit more consistently. That looks a lot better. That actually changes the data as well. So that changes the carry to 134 and 153 total. You're still about 20 yards of rollout, which I don't know that that's necessarily what you're looking for in a 7-iron. And if you look at the dispersion there with the total, that's not too bad. All right, let's turn that one off and let's turn on the tees. Okay. Now let's go back to the carry. I had one bad shot there too. There's nothing to, it is what it is, man. I can't hit them all great. Um, this club felt so much better. Now, keep in mind, this is supposed to be the harder one to hit, but I have this big aim small, miss small thing in my head. And when you give me a small blade, I hit them so much better. Um, but, anyways, let's get into the numbers. So, club speed 78 miles an hour, ball speed 101. That's higher. Spin rate 5,200. Launch angles higher, 18 degrees, carry 138, total 155. We're getting down into the 15 to 17 yard rollout. Landing angles at 40 degrees. Those are the averages. Of course, there's some good ones, there's some bad ones. But let's take out this one shot that I really did miss hit here. Let's just drop that real quick. Look how tight that is when I drop that. Now, I know there's guys out there, they could put them on top of each other. I'm not that guy. I'm your average golfer. Okay. I play somewhere in the high 80s, low 90s. That's just where I'm at. So for me to be able to hit something where I know I'm going to be relatively close to my target, most likely on the green, as long as I know my numbers, this is a good stat for me. Now, by eliminating that one poor shot, my ball speed went up to 103. My spin's at 54.61. Launch angle went up a 0.1 degree. My carry went up. We're at 141 and 155 total. So the total didn't change, obviously. The 141, if I put that other shot back in, drops to 138. So I'm eliminating, or I'm extending my carry and eliminating some rollout. That is fantastic. So this is actually not a bad stat. Now, I'm going to show you something right now that is extremely important and is one of the reasons why I suggest no matter what handicap you are, that you get fitted. Because I went and put the shaft that's actually fitted to me. So this is the Blueprint S with the rifle shaft, the 6.0 from Project X. That's the shaft that is fitted for me. That's the shaft I should be using. My tempo is about a 6, 6.5. It stays a little stiffer when I have those jerky swings, with the exception of blocking one straight right. My dispersion was tighter. Now let's go to the numbers. Ball speed jumped to 103. Okay. My swing speed went up 1 mile an hour. Spin rate was up almost 1,000 RPMs. Launch angle went up even higher than the tees. It's 18.4. My carry was 142, total 157. So 15 yards of rollout. I would like to get the rollout a little less, but right now my 7-iron, I will launch that thing so high in the air, it actually drops and stops right where it hits. The landing angle is 90 degrees, I swear. It's not, I'm being exaggerated, but the landing angle on this 41.6. Now, I did have that one miss hit that I blocked out, so let's take that bad boy out. What does that do to the numbers? That increases my swing speed by 1 more mile an hour, increases ball speed by 1 more mile an hour. I'm at 104 ball speed, 45 RPM. Now that's spinning. That's not bad for a 7-iron. We'd like to see that a little higher. I think I hit mine now around 6,900. But that's partially because I have the wrong shaft in there and it's just launching really high. I'm probably losing a lot of yardage. 18.4, 144. So we got a little more on the carry. We got a little more on the total. We're still at that 15 yards, but my landing angle came in steeper. I'm at 42 instead of 41. So that's with the S with the rifle shaft that's fitted to me. So let's see what happens when we go to the T. All right, so we're going to take the T, put that bad boy out there. Well, the T does not look as pretty anymore, does it? It actually looked better with the other shaft. If I put the other one back up there, that's with the standard 115 gram dynamic gold, I believe, is the one that we had in there for that. So I put the rifle in this one. I did have a little crazier dispersion, which is kind of ironic because when I was in the bay yesterday, I had great dispersion with it. But ball speed dropped, RPMs dropped, launch angle dropped, carry yardage dropped, total stayed the same. I just wasn't catching the ball. I mean, landing angle was 36 instead of 41. That dropped. So with that shaft, I would not be in a T model. With that shaft, I would be in the S model. Simple as that. Now, I have statistics from yesterday that show otherwise, but I will say when I was hitting this T model, I was putting them, it felt great. And that video that I posted earlier, which I believe that was my warm up with it. Every shot looked like it was going right over the top of each other. So, but as soon as I switched this shaft to a heavier shaft with that T model, my dispersion went a little crazy. Let's see here. If I had this terrible shot here. I don't know what happened there. I know what happened. I was probably about 40 shots into it. That's what happened. That got my ball speed back over 100. Didn't bring the spin back up where it needed to be. Launch angle's a little higher. 37, still 20 yards of rollout. So 137 carry, 157 total. But I would say that the total was tighter. The carry is what changed. If I go back to that S model with the blueprint in there, the carry was tight and the total was a little tighter than, I would say it's a little tighter than the blueprint rifle. And the reason why I say that, so the blue one is the S model, right? The S model's right here. I would much rather know the total distance and have the dispersion right and left than have the dispersion short or long, because when I'm hitting over water or over a bunker, I want to know that I'm getting here and not here. So, well, that's the statistics right there for a 16 handicap hitting irons that I probably should never own, but they feel great. I love them. I'm probably going to buy a set and torture myself with them. I'm going to do some more testing because I have been back and forth through shafts and heads. I'm between the ZXIs 7s, the blueprints, and possibly the Mizuno forged. So I looked at the Mizuno S3. I don't like it, but I didn't like the 241s. I loved the 245s. So I'm still considering 245s. But yeah, anyways, this is the data. This is the statistics. If you guys have any questions or want to know, yeah, hit me up, shoot me a comment. And I'm trying to grow this channel, guys. So if you can subscribe, that would be fantastic. We're giving away a driver if we hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of February. So jump in there and subscribe. All right, man. We'll see you all later.